They're in front of my house all the time. So I have a feeling for what feelings they have. But we have to think about what we're doing. And what we have to do is try to stop the suffering in Gaza. This is women and children, people who don't have a place to go. So let's address that. But for them to call for a ceasefire is Mr. Putin's message. Mr. Putin's message. Make no mistake, this is directly connected to what he would like to see. Same thing with Ukraine. It's about Putin's message. I think some of these protesters are spontaneous and organic and sincere. Some, I think, are connected to Russia. And I say that having looked at this for a long time now. As you know,
think some of these protests are Russian plants?
These are plants. I think some financing should be investigated. And I want to ask the FBI to investigate that.
What's going on, everyone? It's Toss Kenny here today, and we got an interesting video for you guys today. So as you saw from the intro, you saw Nancy Pelosi kind of using a tactic that conservatives have been saying for a long time, that the Democrats just smear anybody that goes against their agenda as a Russian, connected to Russia, right? And it's the same thing they did to Trump, right? Pelosi, Russia connected to some Palestinian protests in the U.S., right? She's like a big. The funny part about this is that you get to see who allegiance that the Democrats really have. Omar out here is showing that she's blatantly showing that she has allegiance to foreign interests compared to national interest, and the Democrats are kind of showing the left where their allegiance truly lies. Now, in a recent interview over the weekend, that federal authorities should investigate the financing that radical pro-Palestinian groups in the U.S. are receiving because the Russian government could be fundraising some of their activities. This remark comes after Hamas murder. We know the story. Pelosi remarks, which she made during the Sunday interview on CNN's State of the Union with Dana Bash, came as Russia has shown a non-hostile attitude towards the Iranian-backed Hamas terrorist organization, right? So you seen that, you heard that, right? I didn't want to go too much into it. I kind of want you guys to see the reaction of Nancy Pelosi when these protesters showed up in front of her house. Now, remember, I find this very hypocritical of the left that when these pro-choice protesters after Roe v. Wade got removed, how they were protesting, harassing, possibly conspiring to kidnap Brett Kavanaugh over his ruling, over his vote for removing Roe v. Wade. The Democrats were like, oh, people, as long as they're peaceful outside, they should be allowed to protest. And surprise, surprise, the Democrats do not live up to the very thing that they push other people to live up to. Let's take a look.
Most of your constituents walk beside you. Stop the genocide. Stop the Holocaust.
The Democrats want the ceasefire. The Democrats want the ceasefire. The Democrats want the ceasefire.
You see, now you heard that. So, as you can see, hey, I thought she said yesterday that their headquarters was Russia, right? And it's a common tactic. Like, and this is what I'm talking about. She expect Brett Kavanaugh, the Democrats expect Brett Kavanaugh to take the protesters laying down, like, okay, no restrictions, no feeling threatened, no, they're just peacefully protesting. But the minute the same, and they get even less like fervor from the protesters. Look how she reacts. She's like, get out, leave my house already, stop harassing me. And this kind of exposed the tactics of the left, the Democrats. Pelosi, like Biden, has been a more stalwart Israel supporter in Washington for her entire career. You heard that, the left? And the left think they can come out here and protest her away from this position? No, she has too much incentive. She has too many ties to turn against Israel. Israel allows them to justify their foreign aid spending, right? In this video, she says it's not foreign aid. It's commitment to I don't call it aid. I call it our cooperation, right? This is globalism. I don't want to worry about everyone else's problems but our own. We have a border that's open. Who cares? We want to protect Somalia's border. I'm about to might make a video on the Omar situation, right? But these people have more allegiance outside of America than in America. And the left is doing the same thing. You crying about some country, Palestine. You don't know the complete history of it. You have no, I mean, there's some people that do have ties there, but that's not you shouldn't expect another country to come in and intervene on behalf of another. And this is my biggest point. My problem with a lot of politicians is that from a globalist perspective, they want to use America as a tool to enact a vision of what they want to happen. They want Palestine to be taken over. Okay, we want America to be supporting Palestine. If Pelosi was saying these things about Palestine instead of Israel, those same protesters will be praising her right now. Let's look at some of the comments. Telling black people to go back to China. You can't make this ish up. I don't think I think the black person here was the driver. But, you know, I could be wrong. You guys let me know in the comment section. Russia. Exactly. And the left fall for it all the time. This is why I'm saying the progressives always get used like pawns by the Democrats. I have numerous examples. All I have to do is go back. Black History Month coming up soon. I got some videos planned up for that month. But if you look, W.E. Du Bois, prominent progressive socialist, he got duped by Woodrow Wilson. And what did Woodrow Wilson do? He nationalized segregation. It used to be something that only happened in the South. But Woodrow got in, nationalized segregation, and he got the endorsement of who? W.E. Du Bois. All because W.E. Du Bois was mad that Theodore Roosevelt invited Booker T. Washington to the White House instead of him. You can't make this up. Progressives, huh? You want us to care about Palestine because you have some vested interest in Palestine at the expense of what? America. And then you get mad and outraged that the Democrats don't want to go in line. This stuff should shatter the Democratic Party in two, but hey, we'll see. Because these authoritarians, they love to come together when it's me. Hey, I'd rather the power be in the Democrats' hands and we bicker amongst ourselves than give power to the Republicans. That's how progressives tend to make that political calculation, right? And I want to play a video, which I found funny. Putin. When all roads lead to Putin. This is Nancy Pelosi with Donald Trump, right? Now she's doing the same tactic to who? The progressives, people who disagree with her, right? This is the story I was talking about. Protesters gather outside SCOTUS, Justice Brett Kavanaugh home at the anniversary of Roe v. Wade ruling. Like, come on, guys. When it happens to her, oh no, we're supposed to investigate. FBI should investigate any connections to Putin. In the video I just showed you, she said China, but same thing. Oh, this is foreign connections. No way organic citizens will just naturally protest against us. It must be some connection to Russia. That's the game they play. January 6th, right? The pipe bomber. Quiet. No mainstream media is talking about it. You don't hear the liberals talking about it. Why? Because they'll take away attention from what? The narrative they want. The narrative is they want January 6th to be just about when Trump supporters walked into the Capitol, broke some stuff into the Capitol. That's what they want January 6th to be about. But this pipe bomber who planted a pipe bomb both at the DNC and the RNC, which was more deadly than the January 6th protesters from the Donald Trump supporters. This is more deadly. The allegations raise more questions about the pipe bomb, which was far more violent in the aspects of January 6th protests. But why they don't cover it? Because it destroys a certain narrative they want to continue in perpetuity. Right? But then the Democrats want to sit back and say, oh no, we're about the truth. Liberal reporters who make up the majority in journalism will say, no, Kenny, we call it down the middle. Trust us. This is our professional. We are objective here. Oh yeah? Why y'all haven't covered this story? Why is this not as known as the FBI pulled surveillance teams from tracking down the pipe bomber? Why this isn't national news? Why isn't it national news when the FBI go after pro-life advocates and supporters and advocates and activists? When they raid their houses, they break into Catholic preachers' homes. Catholics are seen as right-wing extremists. But where's that same fire for the far left? This is what I'm always talking about. The right is held at a higher standard than the left. The left are the unreasonable children that the parents let them do whatever they want. While the Republicans are, oh, no, we expect more from you. That's the reality of politics today. Where a pipe bomber the FBI is telling, the head of the FBI is telling the surveillance teams, hey, don't follow that guy. But we tracked them down, sir. No, don't follow him. We don't want this to be national story. It's election year. Politics. Whenever the Democrats open their mouth and say threat to our democracy, it just means translation. Threat to our power. This is a threat to our power. Every time they open their mouth and say, this is a threat to our democracy. This is a threat to our power. Because this is what it is. The Palestine thing is a threat to their power. So they don't like it. So what they'll do, go to their playbook. Putin, 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 Putin. Russia, 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 Russia. But if I tell you to do your own research, how doing your own research can lead to misinformation. You mean making up your mind? You mean having an opinion that goes contrary to popular perception that the mainstream media wants you to believe? And then these same journalists would want us to feel sad and sorry for them when they're facing mass layoffs because you're not doing what you were supposed to do. You're not providing a service that people want. We want accurate and objective as possible information. Validated by proof, reality, facts, evidence, not perception, not imagination, not you pretending. Does Nancy Pelosi have any proof that these people come from China? No. Did the mainstream media Dana Bash, did she push back on Nancy Pelosi when she made the connection that, hey, I think some of these people are connected to Russia. Russia's probably financing these pro-Palestine protests, activists, advocates. Did she push back on her? No. That's how you know they're on the same team. The bias is blatant. It's in our face. But these journalists that say, don't trust your eyes, trust us. Orwellian type stuff. The Orwellian law. Do not trust your lying eyes. Trust the media. Trust the authority. It's a fallacy in of itself. Oh, I'm a journalist. I went to journalism school. So if you tell me 2 + 2 is 5, just because you have a journalist degree doesn't make you more right than me saying 2 + 2 is 4. What makes me right is it's grounded in reality. It's observable. It's provable. It's testable. It's verifiable. Can Nancy Pelosi verify her facts? No. But the left, right, when it happens to them, oh, they want everyone to understand and see, oh my God, this is our QAnon moment, says Hassan Piker. But when it was directed the other way, when it benefits you, you're happy to play along. Now the chickens have come home to roost. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree with me and you believe that the far left is held to a lower standard than the far right? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know also your thoughts about Pelosi turning the Russia, China smears against people on her own side, and what your thoughts about that in the comment section as well. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.